Good afternoon, all. Pradeep, hope I am audible.
Yes, Nilesh, you are. Go on.
Okay, thank you, Pradeep. Um, so good afternoon, all guys. Today we are going to focus more on the big assembly, adventures. Uh, this is very good session. This is a three webinar series we are conducting. So first, today is the first webinar. Many CAD user, engineers, and designers, they are facing a lot of performance issue whenever they are working on the large assemblies. They are complaining like crashing or taking too much time to open it. For all that, we are conducting the webinar. So today is our first webinar. So let's start. Let's start with my introduction first, guys. My name is Nilesh Vakode. I am industry consultant manager. Today I will take you the big assembly adventure, in that the teaming the large assembly in SolidWorks. That is our part for webinar. So I would like to take you with that. Over there, we'll discuss more like small software smart tools and then capability, and as well as we are going to recommend like some small process change and how it impact working on the large assembly, and how it will help you to improve the performance over here. So as I told you, this is the first webinar today. Over there, mostly like techniques, and then managing the complex and large assembly. That's what we'll discuss more. And then how to overcome of that challenges. We'll talk about more that on that. Even though would like to give the tips and trick for the in the SolidWorks to improve your performance, along with the some hardware requirement as well. And part two, don't miss that. The part two also very important, and part four, Prasanna Surendran, he will conduct the part two. In that, he will talk more about the large assembly, which is a neutral CAD format. You have most of the companies, uh, whatever the large assembly handling companies, they have a lot of neutral CAD format, because so many purchase component or brought out components they are putting in that in their assembly. So that optimization or that review or that techniques how to handle that neutral CAD model, that Prasanna will take in the next webinar. And then third webinar, Sarvanna Prakash, he will explain you complete large assembly management, along with the neutral and multi-CAD also. There is so many customer, they are getting other CAD data as well. So how to handle that CAD data in large assembly, and how to improve the performance with the multi-CAD, that that Sarvanna Prakash will take you further in the webinar series third. So let's start with the first webinar. Over there, I will take care, large assemblies, what this means, what how we called as large assemblies, or what are the things comes in picture when the large assemblies we started calling it. So I will take you that. Then we'll discuss more like factor affecting on the performance. Third most important thing, hardware upgrade or requirement. So that also the one of the important portion I would like to take you. That portion is mostly goes to the little in depth, but I will give you the complete brief so that you will understand how your hardware and CPU and your memory working together, and how it impact. Doesn't matter which CAD software you have, which CAD files you have. So all that I will take you in that car hardware upgrade. Assembly modes, the SolidWorks assembly mode which we have, I will explain that in detail. I'm sure it will not take, there is a lot of things, so it will not take within 1 hour, but I will try to capture the key points over there in the assembly modes. Then I will tell you like assembly tools, like some of the techniques, some of the smart capability, and a small change in the process. That things we'll talk in the assembly tools. And lastly, I will quickly summarize the webinar, part one webinar. So let's start with the first, the large assembly. What do you mean by large assemblies? Many customer or many designer or many users, they have like 100 parts small assemblies, or maybe the some assemblies 1,000, 10,000, maybe more than that. So as that means by the large assembly, basically, that's not mean by large assembly. Whenever we started building it, it take lot of times to open it, or maybe it started impacting your system resources. It started reducing your productivity. It hurts, during your work, and that complex and city increases. That's the way we started calling now our assemblies now large. It's a heavy loaded assembly. So that's very important. That's the things not just coming any industry. You can see like transport mobility, or maybe the consumer goods company, marine, life science, all that industry, when they started and keep working on it, and make a complete build or a release model or release assembly, that once that comes, it will started as a large assembly, and it is very difficult to manage that large assembly. But we have a we have some tools, and we have some option which we can use correctly. Then and then only we can handle these large assemblies. So let's see the symptoms of the large assembly. Whenever you are opening any assemblies, it take time to open it. It take lot of time to save it. It actually, rebuilding time is very huge. Rotating, zooming, and if whenever you are moving component, it is not moving. Adding mates are taking too much time. Sometimes, generating drawing or making some correction in the large drawing, it is taking too much time. That's are the symptoms. That is the major symptoms. So how to overcome, like how to improve this performance? As a designer, or as a software, we can see like 30% is SolidWorks control, but 70% things on our hand. So we can improve the performance. How we can improve it, I will take you it further. But it required small effort. It required technological effort, and it required some kind of process change. Some small process change, it will impact a lot. So let's take it further. So if you see on the screen, I am starting with the first, the whenever you are opening a assembly, we have a lot of things, but we need to make sure how we are opening your assembly. So if you see on the screen, first is default option. In first default option, we are giving, a good opening model default option, which is having uh, good good looking. So if you are sitting with your marketing person, and if you are opening, he will not complain like, oh, in this SolidWorks, how this component is look like, it look like as a crappy model. So we don't want that. So in default option, we have a medium range opening, so the assembly will look perfectly smoothing. But it whenever we are opening and doing things in the smoothing, that not always needed. Because whenever you are sitting with the marketing people, or maybe the sales people, you want that kind of resolution, or that kind of good looking model. But if you as a designer or engineer or manager working, he's not showing that to someone else. So for that, he definitely modifies some of the system properties, some of the properties, and improve, or opening times, and improve his performance. So it is very easy. What he has to do, he just have to go in some of the tools like performance option, and just like uncheck some option, or maybe do the automatic resolve mode with the high lightweight mode, if you see on the screen. So that's the small correction or small changes whenever you are working only. Means as an engineer want to do a lot of modification and assembly, he can do this kind of changes. Even though if you see the third image in the assembly option, you can set on your own templates. Like whenever I want to open the assembly, which is a part, I know my complete assembly, I know the number of components and complexity. So whenever I want to open it, what I will do it like 500. Maybe you can set your own templates or own assembly inputs over here. Like once it is more than 100, open with the large assembly mode. Or if it is more than 500 or 5000 or maybe 1000, you can put like I want to use the large design review mode. So by default, if you put it, like our software will help you to open in that respective mode. So that how it works. Of course, I will take you further some of the quick live sessions. So let's start. I'm just doing some modification over here, as I told you. So definitely you can do this modification because you just working your own. You are not showing this one to someone else. So it and it is not impacting anything. It help you. So just opening, you see it is only resolve mode is one option. And you can, as I told you, in the system option, you can set your own templates by clicking or changing the your assembly requirement. So it is very easy. It's not like rocket science over here. But with the small modification, if we open it, it save your time to open that assembly. It is not significant, but definitely see the option also like over here, resolve mode, assembly setting automatically come up with here over here. And if you see earlier, it opened in 7 minutes, but now it is a little bit quicker in 4 minutes. You can open with this option your assembly. So this actually cool is only small change in the setting. You can improve a little bit your performance over here. So this one of these things. Let's start let's start with second most important thing over here. Like factors affecting performance. I observed many industry, many designer, many CAD user, they are not making their assembly correct. There are so many mates error. There are so many reference missing things. There are so many rebuild error. So our our main thought process or flow chart over here, you have to do your assembly correct. If you are not doing your assembly correct and opening all the times, you will get same pain every time. So your computer is not going to work on it. You have to do some correction, and we have a lot of tools, things are ready to help you. So whenever you are opening assembly, make sure all the references are correct. Then if you see on the flow chart, when you are opening any assemblies or some assemblies, it's out of date, you have to update it, you have to rebuild it, you have to make it up to date, and you have to solve the respective mates. Maybe there is lot of tools available to judge the correct mating option, so you can use that also, that option as well. But make sure your mates are correct. Some feature or context missing, uh, you need to add that. You have to correct that context features and assembly features as well. Then we have a display update option also. You can update all this flowchart what I'm showing you. You need to do that. Once you done, I'm sure it will be very impactful, and it help you to work on the large assembly correctly every time. So let's talk about the hardware portion. This is the hardware is a one of the important portion. As I told you when I started my webinar, like most of the engineers, they don't think like how their hardware working on it. They just blaming on the software is not working. It doesn't matter which software you have, which CAD software you have, maybe Pro E, CATIA, SolidWorks, Autodesk Inventor, your computer, remain the same. CPU, your hard disk drive, RAM, all that's actually same for all the CAD. So if you have any supercomputer, it work fast. Yeah, it work fast, but still you have some limitation. Your graphic card, your RAM has some limitation. If you exceeding that limit, you are facing, like slowness, or you are facing lot of problems. So doesn't matter which CAD you have. It is more how you are putting the load on your graphics card, how you putting the load on your RAM, and complete CPU system. CPU, whenever we are saying like we required fast, multi-core or hardcore CPU, because when CPU works with IMPS, this is one of the terminology I quickly want to inform you. Like, CPU is handling million of instruction per second. So it depends which CPU you have, how much, like 35 billion instruction is handling per second. This means you are very, very good computer, but still it has a limitation. Even though if you have a graphics card, and your graphics card actually, let I will take you a little bit more on the graphics card. If you have any graphics card, we also have a recommended graphics card. So we always recommend all our CAD customer like use our certified graphics card. It is not just for gaming, it is not just for animation, it is for handling the triangles, like how many million triangles are handling. What this triangle means, what this handling triangle, I will explain further more in my further next session or next slide. But I will let you know, like graphics card has a capacity to handling the uh, solid triangles, which we are creating by using our solid model or our model techniques. So our graphics card, which we are recommending, you take one average graphics card, which is mentioned in our SolidWorks site, which I mentioned over here. It has a like 190 million, field triangles per second. He can handle it. So this means it has a limitation. If you are putting more than 190 million field triangles, you will feel slowness. You will get that impact on your computer. It is not just that it is taking too much time to open it, too much time to save it. So how it happens, I will take it further. So I would like all of you need to understand this graphics pipeline. So these are the only three things which is coming in picture whenever you are working in any CAD software. First is a tessellation. Tessellation means, like if you see on the top image, some rod, or if you see the component, it look like as a the physical component, it look like as a first image if you see on the screen. And in our SolidWorks, what it does, it create field triangles. So maybe it has a 130 or 140 field triangles, and we have all the CAD software, they have algorithm to make it smoothing. And whenever we are making the smoothing part, it required graphics card, it required memory power, because we are smoothing that. So how we can minimize, how we can work with this tessellation and improve it, I definitely take you further. But I just want to explain you, this tessellation portion is widely used in our modeling, and definitely we can minimize that whenever we are working on the large assembly. Second is Z clipping. Z clipping means in many, like assemblies, we are putting lot of things, lot of, you can say like purchase brought out component. We are making sure our assembly has everything. So here an example, what I did, I just trying to make the real model and put one, uh, solid model, or you can say any other CAD neutral format man in between two um, two models. So in Z clipping, what happens whenever I click on a front view, side view, any view, uh, it will not appear, it will go on the back side. So this means in the Z clipping, like how many edges I want to see in any view. that started doing that algorithm in the computer, and that's called as a z clipping. So this also little bit time taking, or you can say like graphics cards are taking loading time over here. So we can do minimize that things also, which is I will explain that, like display state. So many things are there. You can work on that and improve the z clipping. Third is a huge, or you can say largest graphics time taking, which is HLR. HLR means like the same way, same example. Here I took, the man in between these two model, and I want to see in one view, but I want to see like, hidden lines or hidden things, what exactly behind it. So whenever I open, or whenever I recheck that option and click it, it taking, because it also have a lot of triangle or faces we want to see it. So it taking too much time. They are precision HLR, which is highly loaded graphics. If someone is by mistake click on that high performance HLR, it kill your graphics card. Doesn't matter which graphics card you have. So people or team or all the joinees or all the user, I want to tell you that this is doesn't matter which kind of CAD software you have. If you not following this graphics usage, your computer, whatever computer, super duper computer you have, it still has a limitation and it will not perform what you want. So let's I will explain quickly, like some tessellation things. Over here I added one this use large assembly, which I take one data set and it has a thread inside. I just done some quick evaluation to understand. I click on the thread. If you observe, for that, if you put that threads visible, I will show you how many graphics triangle it create. And because we using the default option, so uh, because of this thread and small portion, it create lot of graphics triangle. So let's talk about the tessellation first. I will explain you where that option, tessellation option, you can observe. If you go to the image quality, you see this many triangles or this many size of the deviation we have. So this is default option, and if you scroll it, or if you will see it look like as a it is circle, but if once you go to the lower end, it goes octagon, hexagon, something like that. It's still circle. We put by default smoothing because we want open smoother one, but it is not necessarily you have to use all the time with that smoothing option. You can scroll it down all the left and open it, work it. It is not, you are not showing this one to someone else, or you are not presenting this one. So that circle may be octagon, but still it is circle, so you can work on it. I observed in many industry, this scroll bar they put all the way on the right side, at higher, and they are killing themselves working in the large assembly. They are killing the graphics card, they are killing the performance by themselves. So don't do this. Use this smart or this available option. I'm 100% sure it will help you working with the large assembly with the some these options. So let's talk about the CAD performance with the some more tessellation. Threaded, I already give the quick information about the threads, how it uh, taking your graphics time and opening time larger. There is so many options available, cosmetic thread, so many options available. You can use it and minimize this, nicely, smoothly cutting threads in the solid model. You can minimize that with the different option. I observed many companies, they are making the model, they are putting like, systematic way, like Acme thread. And we are using the part brought, this is purchase part, this is very smallest part in the assembly, but we are using as it is. And what it does, it create, lot of small triangle, million of triangles. I will take you that as well. Some extruded text. If every company, they want their logos, they want their information on the model. but it is not like you have to use all the times that written um logos or written names in your assembly. It is not at all required whenever any designer working on assembly modification or maybe adding the some assembly components. It is not at all required. There is so many things you can minimize it. Of course, like some of the portions are important, but there is still a lot of option to create it. There is lot of display option whenever you are marketing or salesperson sitting and he want to see his logo or his company name on the model. You can use that display state and show them this is already on the model, but it is not required. You have to work all that. Then threaded, which that portion also I take it. So this is one of the fasteners component we are purchasing or brought out component you were using as it is. I observed the placard or placards and labels. Most of the companies, they are putting all the labels, each and every sub assemblies, so many labels they are putting. It that word or that text is written over there, it actually creating lot of triangles. So whatever computer you have, it will take a lot of times to open it. Let's talk, or maybe I will take you some live things over here. Just the this is one of the data set I use for this webinar. I am using in resolve mode this assembly. Okay, so just open it. So just do the like quick performance analysis over there. I will use the assembly visualization over here. I just click over there in assembly visualization. So here I want to show you, like I already explained all of the tessellation portion, but other than that, some neutral CAD or that things also get how it kills or how it taking the more graphics time. I will show you. So here you have option to understand. We already have a option to think on it or understand what what are the component or what are the parts in your assembly taking too much time to open it. It may be the opening time, loading times, or you can toggle it with a large of graphics triangle, or you can do like, no, I want to understand which one is my largest component. It take lot of time to open it. I want to see that. You can do that, and not just you can see like why it is taking too much time to just see what it has. So I just open that component and it is brought out component. It has lot of imported parts over here, and uh, this is more important. So in our next webinar, we'll take you how work on the imported parts or neutral CAD format. That also we are going to take you further. So I want to stress a little bit more over here because it is very important. So I would like to take one of the good example in the same data set. I took one example. So how this graphics pipeline hampering or this tessellation, Z clipping, and HLRs killing you, or how it take graphics time and your memory times or memory buffering times. I will take you. So if you see the assembly, first assembly is very small sub assembly. Maybe it has only like 10 component, or maybe you can see it like maybe 15 component assembly. But when I did like triangle calculation, the way I explained earlier, it showing me 18 million of triangles in single sub assembly of 10 or 15 components. So people are saying, my assembly is not opening. It is taking too much time to open it. You can see why not it take too much time, because it is one single component. Maybe you have 10,000 component of assembly, but your single component may be taking your 1/4 time to open that, or maybe a little more than that. It is depend upon which kind of component it has. So let's go to the second stage. It has a, I just make that wireframe, so you can understand inside. If you go to the third, like which is the component, it has a 18 million triangles, or what component has a more triangles. So if you see, there is one baffle plate, is it has a porous plate over there. It is a purchase component, it is brought out component, it is not at all required. That part is not at all required in my assembly. Maybe it is just for visual purpose, or it is brought out just like envelope dimension we want to put that. So this is not just envelope assembly, it has a one component which has like 12 millions of triangles over there, which is single baffle plate. And it is not maybe the required in your bill of material. You are putting like large level sub assembly component part number on your bill of material, or brought out number on your bill of material. So there is lot of option, you can minimize this component, and save your time and improve your opening time, saving time, rotating times, all that, the performance factor which I told you earlier. So guys, I want you to, the component which you cannot see it, is not required in a bill of material, and unnecessary taking your performance or your graphics time. You definitely improve, minimize it, or maybe the find some other method to improve your performance. So this is the small change we want all industry people. Like if you do the small change in your process, I am sure it will help you a lot. So let's talk about the SolidWorks, assembly modes. How many modes we have readily available in our SolidWorks? As you know, we have resolve mode, we have lightweight mode, we have large design review mode. So these options are available in our SolidWorks, and you have to use, the way the requirement you have, because each mode it has own limitation, and each mode it has a good capability or a good improvement over there. So if I quickly see, like if I am opening the assembly in a resolve mode, it takes like 6.15 minute. And maybe I do not need to open the assembly all the time with the resolve mode. I want, work with some more option additional, but not the like the way a resolve mode has. So I will explain the resolve mode over here, and then lightweight and LDR mode also. So lightweight, maybe it has a some limitation. It is not have a capability to take all the component which is available in the resolve mode, but you do not require it. So you can take your smart decision, and you open the assembly lightweight, and you can see the performance improvement. If some people want to just add some small things, maybe adding the mate or just doing some correction, he do not need to open complete assembly with the resolve mode. He can use the large design review mode, and you see there is a significant improvement in the large design review mode. So we have an option, people or a team or user, you see, we have an option to open and improve your performance. How you use it, it all depends on you, or it all depends upon your uh, way of needed, way of needs. So you can take a smart decision to use this option. So in the resolve mode, I will just give you the brief on the resolve mode. What resolve mode, once you open the assembly in the resolve mode, it takes all the information, it takes all the model data, model feature, and model information as well. In lightweight, there is so many options available, but you will not get complete data information. In LDR mode, there is more limitation. So let's start resolve mode. I know all the peoples are using, because this is default option, and I'm sure the people just want to go and click it, it open the resolve mode, and they have a good feeling on the resolve mode. But I want to take you light mode little further. So if you using the lightweight, or maybe you make the template such a way that whenever your assembly goes in the like 10,000 or 5,000 component, it open in the lightweight. You can do this kind of thing. You can do addition of mate. You can create the assembly feature. You can do some interference detection and annotation. All the evaluate options are available. And the good thing is in this option, you can go by right clicking, you can go in the resolve mode and come back again in the light mode option. So let's give you the little quick live over here. Just I'm opening the assembly. I want to open that assembly in lightweight. So just if you set the template, you may not require it, but you can check like opening with the some large assembly requirement, or a large assembly mode as well I need. So I added one component just for your interest, and I can edit that component. I right click it. In this mode, you can do some small correction. I just right click it, edit component. Let's just want to make some correction over here. Like this is a 1000 1000 inches. I want to change it or make it a little bit larger. I can do it over here. So you can do some quick modification over here. And let's just save it. So you can do some other also. I will explain that. So just edit, and this component is modified. I if you want, you can go to the again light weight mode. Just scroll it down. So I'm just scrolling asset as a lightweight. So it asking me, you change the did some modification. So I says, yeah, done, and save all the modifications over here. And as I told you, you can evaluate also. Like you can check the mass properties and understand the CG or whatever the mass properties requirement. You quickly go ahead and check in this option as well. I'm sure you are using this in the resolve mode, but I want to show you on the lightweight mode also over here. And maybe just like you as a small component, I added, modify it. Just want to understand now or measure it. So you can do the some measuring option. So whatever modification it done. So in the lightweight mode also, you can do such a kind of modification over there. Not just you can edit some mate over here. You can right click, edit mode, edit mates, and you can edit the mates over here. So it all depends, how you want to work it. These options, you can not just do the things. You can add some toolbox component over here. So I want to add like one bushing on the top. So just scroll it and show it. You can add the bushing, or you can add the components, and you can mate it also here. So these are the things. I just want to give you the brief about the light. There is so many other option also available in the lightweight mode option. Like if I want to go quickly, you can insert component. Okay, you can the pattern. You can do the all kind of patterning over here. Want to add smart component. Like I want all the assembly feature. You can use all assembly feature also available over here. So this is not the big deal. You definitely check this option and go yourself and understand these options are available. Like interference detection, you can do it. And lot of option available. I'm sure like once I go the LDR, there is more limitation. I would like to take you that as well. So let's talk about the LDR one. That is the like most fastest available, which I already shown you, is like at 0.8 second you can open your assembly. In LDR mode, you can open your assembly real quick and fast. Not just if you put like editing option enable, you can do the inserting component, deleting component, move, rotate component, create editing, and adding mate also you can do. You can do a lot of quick walkthrough, or you want to take some snapshot, you can do that in the LDR mode. So only things like in LDR mode, you cannot go back in the LDR mode. You once you do it, you cannot go back on the same mode again. I will take you that. So what I did, open the assembly and just click on the edit, and this appears. I just checked the editing enable option over here because I want to show you some of the capability which is available in LDR mode also. So once you open the LDR mode, if you see on the screen, like the I symbol comes on the right side of the component, you can open the assembly in the resolve mode, right? I click right click and open the in the resolve mode. You can modify. Once you open the component in the resolve mode, you can do anything. Just change the in IPS. I just change the inches one, and I modify this one, like make it 50 inches. So what I did, I right click, open in resolve mode, did some modification, save it, and it has some limitation. Once you say, it will show you like your component is update, component modification has been done, but in LDR mode, it will not, update it. It will because you are in lightweight mode. If you are in LDR mode, if you are in lightweight mode, it automatically updated. No worries, but whatever I want to do, it does my purpose. So let's understand one more quick capability. I'm opening the one component which I created for this webinar. I just inserting the component. I just pull one component over here in the LDR mode, and adding some quick mates. Just align this component and then add coincident, then add concentricity. Let's add that, and my component get align in LDR mode also. So just adding the top surface over here. So done. In LDR mode, you can insert the component, you can add the mate as well. Let's actually, once you save it, is asking the rebuilding. Of course, I would like to choose that option, recommended option. So this done, but just want to, you can same way in earlier mode also, that option available here also, the evaluate options available. You quickly want to check, you can check it. Like earlier it was the way as it is, so you see the measuring or evaluate options available in LDR mode. Of course, it don't have a lot of capability the way we have a lightweight and resolve mode, but you can do the quick section, or you can, if you want to show that assembly to someone, you can do the section view and you can show them that assembly. Let's do one more thing. I will open complete assembly. Just open this assembly in resolve mode. So I am doing like want to do some more things in the assembly itself, not just part. You can do that also, because once you open that in the resolve mode, you can do whatever you need to do. So his LDR mode, which open very fast, you can do. You can use his capability and work on the LDR mode as well. So let's move to uh, the like options. The last one which I'm talking about, some of the techniques, because lot of times what we are saying, we do not require, like earlier example I show them one a baffle plate which is having lot of triangles, but sometimes customer want that model, maybe sometime customer want that not a feature but mass properties, or some of the properties they want in their system or in their model. So uh, that things are lot of like text they don't want, but if sometimes they want to show the text to someone else, they want that in the configuration, or maybe the other way they want. So we have some techniques, we have some options available. So let's take the first tools or technique or options available, which is the speed pack option. So this is a very useful option, the speed pack. This is I would mostly like to take this option whenever your salesperson or marketing person are sitting and he specifically want to show our logos or company name. You can use that speed pack and you can show them the respective surfaces, respective things to him, and it will not this is very good option. It will not take your hardware, your computer graphics and memory. It takes very small portion because you just actually showing only respective surfaces which you created in the speed pack. So this is a very simplified option, maintaining the all the your mate references. uh, it opens very fast. It has a you can use this in the modular assemblies. You can use this option for fast drawing layout and sharing data, and creating the references. It helps lots over here. So let's take a one look how this speed packs help you. So I'm just creating one quick speed pack over here. So you have to go in the configuration, just right click, add speed pack. So once you add the speed pack, it is very user friendly option. It is just asking like which surfaces or which portion you want to show or you want to take it. So let's like what I will do, I will make maybe I'm just opening this assembly and making a quick show here. I am doing the speed pack right away over here. So adding the speed pack over here, selecting on the respective surfaces. Maybe it has a text or it may be the important surface which you want to show to someone or want to use it. You can use this for any purpose. It all depends upon the user needs or user expectation. So I just want to use these surfaces and want to use the speed pack. It create the speed pack. So now you can see it is just like one configuration option, and you see it is not taking all the graphics. It is like only showing the portion which I click or the surfaces which I click and use the speed pack. There is the alt yes option is available. I will show you that. Yeah, that's the speed toggling option. So you quickly toggle it and come back in your um, original position. So speed pack get off over here. So this I just want to show you quickly. That's why I just show the speed pack capability. Of course, all this, if you want to do the training and want to understand complete things, it may be one day training or more than that. If you want to go through each and every option and do the hands-on. So let's take a second good technique, the display state, which I told you earlier as well. Like if you using the display state, you can uh, minimizing the using complete assembly all the time based on the your uh, people expectation. You can make your own display state, and it controls your complete your graphics data. It helps like I want to show the inside, so all the times you are opening the resolve mode and clicking and doing hiding component or making transparent or suppressing that. You can create that display state earlier as well, so that way you can see the whom or who is your need or who is your person is asking about it. You can use that display option and show them. So let's take one quick look how. So in configuration, there is a display state. So you can go here and create your own display state, or maybe there is some more option. Let's can go that option as well. Just hold on, I will show you. You can go over there. Like just I'm just opening this assembly. I used the same way earlier, so I just hiding this component. So What I did, I just create one display state, which is the height enclosure. So I have my own complete lightweight assembly. And if I click back, you will see it is very fast. You do not need to do a lot of things over here, which you already created. You just have to click. And even though on the top, this option is available, like if you want to switch, light or height, just right click over here in tools, you can add display state if you want, or if I'm just adding it again. I just want to show you that. So this is you can put on the bar as well to use that display state. So you can let's I talk a lot of marketing, not marketing. So let's create one display state for specifically for marketing, or maybe this is not display state for marketing. This is for my own working. If you see this component, there's a lot of small holes over here, and this is just I put over here to show this is available in the assembly. But for my day-to-day work or everyday assembly work, I do not need it. What I create one display state and I suppress it. So I just create one display state which is a not marketing display state, and I hiding this component which is having small holes and lot of triangles. I hide it, I suppress it, and I do my regular work with real quick and fast time over here. So guys, this is very important. I am sure all you, most of the you those are attending are engineers. Of course, use this display state, or maybe the option which I showing you, and you can show how you are performing to your company. So let's go and see the display state again available over here. You can create the new display state by using on the bar over here, and you can see all the options also available. Yeah, just light and it open. So once you create, you can save, or you, if you do not want to save it, just for a sake of purpose, I just created over here. Let's talk little more over here. Like if you are opening in the resolve mode and want specific display mode right away, so you have to choose your configuration, and you can use whatever the display state. Like by default, I want to use my regular work, which is not marketing. You can choose that and you can open it. Or maybe I want to open to rebuild or do the things, I just want to open all. So you can open your complete assembly model to do the things. So this is about display state. Time to time I give this assembly visualization, but this is one of the good option and this is one of the good technique. So I just added this one over here. So assembly visualize, you take a complete report, you understand like how many parts or quantity and total weights. And if you click on the performance analysis, then you see the triangles, opening time, rebuild time as well. And I will show you. I show this one earlier, but I would like to take you the that option. So I am actually not doing using any option over here. I am opening this assembly with all hidden, the complete resolve mode, just to analyze or just to see the graphics triangle over here. So I am actually using that option, and you can see the weight, total weight, quantity, and you understand you can move it and see the component names as well. But more important over here, I would like to take you performance analysis to understand the which component is taking too much time to open or having a lot of triangles. But just you can toggle the way you want. You want to understand which is the highest weight or total weight, or the part uh, in your assembly. But let's see performance analysis, which is more important for this webinar. So I'm just clicking the performance analysis over here. This is complete assembly. Earlier I took just the one portion, which is I want to show the imported component over here. But over here you can understand your whole assembly once in the resolve mode, and it give you the complete analysis, and you can take your smart decision which component you want to graphically minimize, so you can improve your opening time, saving times, and working times over here. So this is a very good options. Let's go to the I want to quickly summarize real quick and fast. I explain all the things which I put in my agenda, so you understand what large assembly means. I am sure you understand the setting in the SolidWorks. You understand like factor also. Maybe before going to summarize, I will like to take you one quick poll questions, guys. I missed that. I will try. Go back. Hello, Pradeep. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Yes, Nilesh, go on.
Actually, maybe I have to refresh. I'm not able to take the poll questions.
It's okay. You go ahead and summarize, and we'll.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
will summarize it. So just to summarize the things, I would like to take you, understand your complete large assembly. The way I explain, I'm sure you understand it. I quickly show you the setting, the small things, small modification in the setting, how it improve it, and then I take you the like factor affecting the performance. That also I take you through. And then most important, which we neglect all the times, we complaining like uh, I have a SolidWorks certified graphics card, still my assembly is not opening. So what the reason? There is nothing wrong with the software. What it hampering? So I take you that hardware portion, and explain you what it impacts. So I'm sure that's normally for any mechanical engineer, that's not their uh, core things, but it very important, guys. You need to understand how it this hardware portion and how it impacts on your assembly. Then I explain you the assembly modes which is available, how you can utilize it, how can you do the best use of that available assembly modes in the SolidWorks. Then I take you quickly like some of the techniques or tools, you can say like quick tools which are available. You can take the help and improve your performance and improve your day-to-day work with that option. So SolidWorks assembly reference, this is definitely marketing will take you further, those who attended over here. So that's all I have. I observed a lot of people's actually chatting with me and asking the question. Definitely, I will take you all the question. I really appreciate, guys. Just put all your question because all your questions are important. Uh, Definitely, I would like to take all that questions. So just put all the questions one by one. We'll take all your questions.
Nilesh, we already have a lot of questions in the Q&A section. Just refer to the Q&A section. Some of them were answered by chat. Some of them are still open. I
Okay.
request you to take those questions which are pertinent or relevant to this part of the webinar. This is a
Can
three-part
you?
webinar series, so there are some topics which will answer these questions. So it's not fair to jump the gun and take this question. So let's only take the questions which are pertinent and relevant to this webinar and the content that you have covered. Then I would request the audience to please attend our part 2 and part 3 of the webinar series as well to take the full advantage of this.
Yeah, correct. Because this is just part one, team. We'd like to take the question which we take in the part one. Definitely in part two, part three, there is you will get more clarity. So it not like we will definitely take you the question once we finish, other parts. But of course, I would like to take the question which is relevant in our part one. So, Pradeep, can you maybe the help? Did you because I did not gone through the question. Did
Can
you
you
go?
open the Q&A section? There's a
Yes.
Q&A section just after the participants.
Yeah. Are you able to see the screen?
We are able to see your questions slide.
Yeah. Maybe I just click on the Q&A and it appears to me only maybe.
Yeah,
So maybe I will take it. No problem, Pradeep.
sure.
So some of the people asking like, how many core does SolidWorks use for CAD design? So basically, as I give you the brief on hard, it is not like the SolidWorks taking the cores. It like your the graphics, and then if you have, I already give you the correct answer, a correct example. If you have small assembly and it has lot of field triangles, and then your graphics card actually taking lot of your memories, and then like the way I explain you, the instruction million per second is increases. So it's not like software required. Some of the requirement which is available on our website, that is a minimum recommendation which we are putting on the our website, so you can refer that. I hope I answered that question. And let's go to the next question. I will go to the yeah, one of the question, I'm just going by serial. So whoever put the first, I am taking that as a priority, or maybe referring that first. So one person is asking where we can find the assembly working flow chart display in 9th and 10th slide. So this flow charts mostly not a flow chart, but many information available on our SolidWorks help. You can take the help. You will understand, you will get more understanding how to rebuild that. You can reach out our respective VAR AEs also. They give the small training and explanation, how to rebuild your assembly, how give the references, and align your mate as well. So there is one more question. Please add a large assembly mode and explain it. I think this question maybe someone put in early before I explaining. I added LDR mode and I explained that. Second is envelope of the part affect the performance. The way you are creating the envelope, it affecting the performance. If you do not, if you have a limited surface, I'm sure in webinar 2, that is more question. This question is for webinar 2, and next webinar we'll try to cover that. Envelope uh, components, or maybe the multi-body components. Um, Sometimes smaller assembly took more time to open on my workstation. What the reason behind it? I think this question I already explained you during my webinar. Like I take a 10 component assembly and it take too much time to open it. So I already gave that answer during my webinar. Pulling component from the server can slow down the SolidWorks. That may be one of the reason, but that is not related with our large assembly mode. This happens with the any any CAD or any how your server page pinging and giving the data and transferring to any other portion, or maybe your ERP or anything. So it's more relevant with that. So let's take 2-3 more question and then we'll close.
Nilesh, we have the poll questions back. If you want to take,
Yeah, that
the polls, let's take the poll. And some of these questions, I believe, would need more understanding or more investigation. So this was a
yes.
webinar which was intended to share the best practices. So the ideal way to have those support issues addressed is, please contact your value-added reseller. They will have a dedicated technical team who will be able to, connect with you and resolve those issues.
Yeah, yes, Pradeep. So I'm just take the poll question. So I am launching the poll. So I hope all people are able to see the poll questions. You can scroll it down. In this poll, I put 5 questions. So a lot of people are answering. Yeah, good. Lot of participant, almost like 293 participant and 289 are answering the question. Is superb, nice. Good. We'll wait. Is almost like 15%. But there is a lot of active participant. I would like to take this question, guys. And I'm sure, those are put the question in Q&A. Maybe some of the question or the answer or they have a thought, they will get clarity with this poll question as well. So let's maybe wait couple more minute because it's increasing. So lot of answers still coming. So 50% answers, 50% people participated and answering the question. Maybe we'll wait. So I will maybe reading the question. Let me end the poll. Last 30 seconds. Okay, I'm just ending the poll question 1 over here. Yeah, so you can see the result. Like first question, how can large assemblies max out the system resources? It is not, SolidWorks or SolidWorks parts. It is like, the triangles, which is taking your memories, storage, and processing that, you know, max out your system resources. So 75% got correct answer. Second question, what are the some indicators or sign that suggest a large assembly is, hurting your productivity. So is not CAD software. 95% people gave the correct answer, which is the loading time, rotating, zooming, and moving part in the assembly view. So these are the main things which hurting your productivity, and we have possible solution. Moving to the third question, how can you improve the assembly performance? So 97% people gave the correct answer. Good. The changing in the process, small change in the process, and using the smart and good model technique, improve your assembly performance. This is 97% people gave the correct answer. What are the component in the graphics pipeline? Um, the answer, I am sure 88% they gave the answer. Still 12% actually saying like part drawing and assembly. No, this is like tessellation, Z clipping, and HLR. That's taking lot of times to open the part in the graphics pipeline. Which CAD process change and help your assembly performance? So thread cuts and text cut extrude are the right. That's actually one answer which people gave, and assembly modes. So performance assembly modes. 73% that's give the correct answer over here. So let's go back and launch the poll 2 question, guys. I'm just launching the poll 2 question. I hope you can see my screen. So this also, I'm sure this also give you the answer which the questioning you are asking, because in poll 2, the mostly the large uh, the modes we discussed, that questions are over here. So I observed there is a lot of question on the LDR mode or lightweight mode. And then I explained the some techniques, or maybe the tools and option available, and how it helped to improve your assemblies performance. That things also I covered, and that portion is for poll 2. So 52% participant is good, answering all the questions. Let's maybe wait one more minute, and I will end the poll. %60. Last 30 seconds. Just scroll it down. If you have to answer 4-5 question, you may have to scroll down. Okay, I'm ending the poll now. So first question, what are the assembly modes? 96% gave the right answer. Resolve mode, lightweight, large assembly, a large design review mode. That's the assembly modes. And what is a display state in the context of computer aided design means in the CAD? This is more like visibility and appearance of the graphics data, which I explain you, like you can use to show your marketing things, like showing the logos and showing the name on the model. Third, what is the speed pack in context of CAD? Speed pack actually representing lightweight representation of large and modular assemblies. So 75% gave the right answer. Can you change SolidWorks state from lightweight to resolve mode and resolve mode to lightweight also? So yeah, yes, in lightweight you can switch and you can back and forth with the modes. Only in LDR you can do that. The last question: in which SolidWorks assembly mode, assembly opening fast, which is the LDR? So almost 78% people gave the right answer over here. So I'm just stopping the sharing of the screen and poll. Um, Pradeep, you want to take it further or want to close the webinar? Of course, there is some question. Maybe our reseller, explain them some of the question which they have. Hello, Pradeep.
Yeah, Nilesh. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Shall I close the
Yeah, yeah.
webinar or want to take?
Yeah. I mean, if you can just quickly skim through the questions and see if you want to take any one or two questions, which are relevant to today's content and today's topics. Let's do that. I'm sure a
Okay.
lot of questions. I saw one question on the drawings, one question on some of the options which will be covered in the subsequent parts. The part two and part three. So again, request to all the audience is to watch out for the next webinar link and do register and attend these webinars to take the full advantage. Obviously, large assembly is a topic which could not be covered in one session. That's the reason we had to split it into 3 webinars. So one more thing, we will share the recording of the session so that you can refer to the it will act as a reference, and we are also putting together a reference document which will be also sent so that you'll have some useful handy references which are covered in today's webinar. Go ahead, Nilesh. You can take one or two questions if you want, and then we can close this.
Yeah, actually, I observed one question, the presentation materials and recording. So that question you already answered. I will take some more question, like someone is asking. Yeah, someone is asking for training, which we also answered. Mm. Yeah, does these options will affect the while drawing? That's Pradeep, you answered. I'm just scrolling it down. Yeah, someone is asking, can you just provide the certified graphics card detail and how much it required for average mid heavy user? That's also available on our website. And in my presentation, I gave that link as well. Yes, someone is asking like what modes or setting, all configuration setting we use, but still running slow. Is there any other more settings? So configurations, the way I explain you it, like as you creating the configuration, it more like which component is impacting on that configuration is important, running slow or performing. So that I already covered. So uh, yeah, someone is saying like VPN connection will affect the SolidWorks assembly. Uh, this is more like, if you are connecting VPN, not just SolidWorks assembly, the data you are you are connecting through the connection, it always impact. It is not just a SolidWorks assembly performance. It is more about the data transfer from one location to other. So VPN connection hampers that thing. So last question, I'm going to take it. Yeah, someone is asking, sometime while saving assembly files into the step format, some of the surfaces profile getting different shapes and error. So I shown you like other format assembly how it looks like imported component, but this is more in second session we are going to cover. Yeah, this last question is a good question. Like, does cosmetic thread affect the performance? No, cosmetic thread doesn't affect the performance because cosmetic threads are not creating the triangle. So that not affecting at all your performance. It is actually boosting your performance. It giving you the best performance if you are using the cosmetic thread. And that cosmetic thread is recommended for most of the brought out over there. What we are showing the cut thread out or actually cutting thread out. Instead of that, use the cosmetic thread. So that's all I have. Maybe sure I would. I am sure all of you are join again back in our webinar too. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Bye.